Hey, what's up, traders? This is the watch list video for Tuesday, January 25th. Um, I was telling everybody in the morning that I think it was worth watching for a reversal. I thought we were oversold. There was a massive reversal. I would love to have this be a bragging video, but sat there and watched things reverse, and they didn't do it quickly. I'll show you the SPY on 5 minutes. They didn't do it quickly at all, right? Sold off, bounced. Okay, thought maybe we're going to take out the highs. Nope, new lows. Here's the bounce. Nope. Here's the bounce. Nope, right? And so it just kept selling off. And then this was notice no kind of extra volume. It was kind of a gradual rise. Then it looked like we were rolling over again, and then it squeezed into the close. So in those conditions, I think I called one trade today. If you weren't in chat, called Tesla. See this lower high here at 914? The early high was 915.91. So then it puts in this lower high at 914, sells off. I called it back through 914, thinking that we could get through the high of the day. The market was strong. Tesla's, a big name. So it breaks 914 and goes pretty quickly to almost 20 bucks, right? So a neat little call, but it's like the only call I made all day. And it was like a controlled sell-off. It was weird, right? There was no kind of clean, massive, kind of capitulative, if that's a word, reversal. So it never really made it easy to find trades. And now the sad thing is, because really the entries were intraday today, especially if you're a swing trader, you're sitting kind of pretty now if you happen to grab something near the lows. And I was, throughout the day, I was thinking I'd like to see something kind of shake a whole number, getting downside shape, and I just never found anything that I deemed a really clean setup. So with all that in mind, the problem is a lot of stocks, a lot of charts look like this now, right? They've got this big reversal, this big green with a big green candle with a bottoming tail and big volume. And so when a lot of charts look alike, I don't know. I'm a big fan of standouts, right? And you don't really have that. So anyway, what are we watching for tomorrow? Pixie had great relative strength all day, PIXY. So I want to put that on long watch. I've chosen some of these with bottoming tails to hopefully continue the bounce tomorrow. One of them was RIVN. Went all the way down to 55.10. So I mean, it's like $8, $9 off of its lows. Feels silly to call a long tomorrow, but you know what? Bottoming tail, good volume, so I'm going to watch it. VVOS is just a recent high flyer that's holding up really well, so I'm going to watch that one. AFRM, and keep in mind, like I said, a lot of charts look like this. AFRM, kind of interesting in that it hit these May lows and hadn't broken a previous day's high. Well, actually, it did here, but it's pretty beaten up. It's fallen from over 80 to under 50 today before almost climbing 10 bucks. But so I'm going to look for a continuation of the bounce in that one tomorrow. So that one goes on watch. APRN. Actually did this. That's not an errant tick. It actually did this. I think Citron put out a big price target on them, but closed, almost at the lows that day, but now it's curling back up. So I'm going to put that on watch. RBLX, nice reversal today. Again, a lot of stocks look like this, so this isn't like this great proprietary list, but sometimes the overall market just literally takes over all the charts, and that's kind of what happened today. But I'm looking for RBLX. Looks like it maybe touched all-time lows today. So pretty good continuation of the bounce play tomorrow. We'll see. I won't take any of these unless I get an A+ intraday setup. OZON, just straight off a cliff for like a week and a half and a nice reversal day today. Looking for a continuation of that. DWAC, really, really strong recently and now like 4 days in a row down. Goes on bounce watch. Here's my wild card. TKLF. Look at this chart. It went up to 43 the other day. I think that was on IPO day. I want to say it priced around 4. Don't quote me on that. And ended up, for whatever reason, opening up over 40 and having this crazy day. And then finally today just at bottom fell out. And closed at 469, very close to the lows of the day. I'm actually going to put this on bounce watch. Not that I think, it's underpriced or anything, but literally has fallen from over 42 to 4 in about a week. So if we get a proper setup, you never know. You might get a decent percentage gain on a bounce play. So I am putting that one on watch. And I think I looked it up. I think it's Japanese, not Chinese. That might sound silly to some of you, but that actually makes a difference to me. The Chinese stocks I don't trust at all. Anyway, HOUR, recent IPO and just off a cliff here. Had some nice days, but really beaten up now. It's fallen from over 10 to under 4. So let's keep our eyes on that one tomorrow for a potential bounce. APM was getting some action. Already kind of an interesting and bullish engulfing today. But then got some action and after hours went up over 2. As I'm babbling here, it's at 177. So maybe a gapper tomorrow, but certainly some recent relative strength. I am going to put Tesla on watch. It's another one of those with the big reversal today after taking out recent lows. Again, I made that call on it today, but it may continue tomorrow. AAPL is one of my go-tos when the entire market's crashing. I try to look for a reversal on Apple. And you know what? I don't know. I have to even say it. I saw this here, and it looked kind of interesting, right? Already beaten up several days in a row and then kind of getting that downside shape change. But I did nothing with it. This is kind of like an embarrassing video for me to make because I saw some things and I just didn't like anything enough really to pull the trigger on some of these downside plays. And then in hindsight, you look at where it closed and you feel like a schmuck, right? It's $7 off its lows and it's Apple. And when the market's tanking and this one's down, this is the go-to. So when I got that intraday shape change, I should have been all over it. And I was just a little bit hesitant today. And on days when the market's like it was today, you've got to be a little bit more aggressive, I think. But anyway, lastly, I'm going to go PSTG, which was halted due to news. And then this is where it came out of the halt, popped, sold off, and then just never looked back. And so here's the daily on it and a really nice big candle. I think they had some kind of collaboration with Facebook, or I guess they call it Metaverse. I don't know. I'm still going to call it Facebook. It sounded like good news. And there's another thing where I feel like a schmuck because I was watching it out of the halt. I saw it go up and I saw it do this. And I thought, well, I guess nobody cares about this either. And by the time I glanced at it, again, it was already like pretty strong. I should have treated that like a gap play out of the halt, like I teach people to do. Anyway, so this is one of those videos where I'm making it. I feel like a schmuck because I feel like I missed a lot. Having said that, I'm in cash every night and I'm green today, so I didn't lose any money today, but I should have been way more involved in that big reversal. So a little bit embarrassed about that, but anyway, nothing I can do about it now except log in tomorrow and try to catch some trades. So I'm done babbling. I'll see you guys in the chat room in the morning.